And there she is. This is Haley, the gorilla. Haley is a liar. She's been caught lying on the camera. Uh, Haley has engineered the kidnapping of two of my children. Yes, she is. She must be a gorilla because she's, says, uh, she's doing some big things here. You know what I mean? Now, you have to ask yourself, you say, why would this, and believe me, don't mistake this as being a woman. Please don't, because you would be highly mistaken. You have to ask yourself, why? What would motivate this thing? You know, to do all these dastardly backstabbing, uh, low-lifted acts against uh, women and children. You know, that's what she is. She's a social, they call them a social worker. Now, I can take care of my social business quite well all by myself. I don't need any help. Maybe some others do. If you do, saying, shame on you, because if you get one of these, you're going to be in worse situation than you were when you started. But Haley has gone through this whole situation, and it seems that through the whole time, she has never, nobody has ever asked why. They have come up with uh, allegations, of what they call them, lies are what they are, about why they snatched Love and the baby out of the room, why they took Love to the mental institution. Well, I found out that, that's the uh, you know that's the routine when they're trying to get somebody. When they're trying to get uh, in your business, in your life, get their hands in your pocket. That's what they do. They take you to the mental institution. But when they took Love to the mental institution, you know, and they was talking about, I'm gonna read you part of this report, talking about she was making grandiose statements and all this other. They found out that she was actually being modest, just because they didn't believe that she was a civil engineer. That didn't make her not be a civil engineer for the city of Chicago. She was. She had been. You know, but of course now Haley couldn't see that far. You know, since more than likely she just falling out the back door of the trailer park. But you know how that goes. Um, but I want to show you why little Haley here was so adamant after Love. And like I said, God doesn't like ugly, so that's why when she took Melody to the hospital, when they took Melody to the hospital, they didn't know about the gene trait which was passed down to her from me. And they treated her with the wrong medication and they burnt my baby. This is the same social worker who had those Photoshop pictures in her hand, sitting there talking to me, and I've shown you these before. But I want to show you what the motivation behind this whole situation was about, because nobody wants to say, and nobody said a word. Of course, now the judge did say, I have read the report. Well, if she did, she missed a very big item about why all this came about. There you go. You see it right there? Over $20,000 in checks. Okay? When they ran into that hotel room with Love and the baby, they found over $20,000 in checks and cash. And little Miss Hobbit, yes, that got on full force. She ran to the cops. The cops suggested, it's in the report, that she call her social worker supervisor, supervisor at that point, because she had absolutely nothing, no reason to have Love sent to the mental institution or take the baby to the hospital for diaper rash, which it started out as, until she saw that money. Yeah, this seems to be the way of Humboldt County. This is what the little social workers and the lawyers do. Yeah. When they got Love to the mental institution, they forced her to take medication. We see here they gave her, let me get my finger out the way, hold it, Ativan, Benadryl, and Haldol. All right. They gave her this for 27 days. As far as I'm concerned, so I know that the long-acting effect of psychotropic drugs like Haldol and Ativan, I don't know what it is. Yeah, but I know I've heard Haldol before. Can last for years. And they got 27 of those doses in the Love. All because of this thing. Was trying to steal. But she first had to go to her social worker and asked her how. It was the social worker and the cop that conspired with her and told her, you have to do this, you have to take her to the hospital, get them to conspire. Like I said, God don't like ugly. That's why they had them hurt the baby, so that they said that wouldn't be, they couldn't keep that under wraps, and they told her how to fake the whole situation. And like they say, I'm pretty sure you've heard it before, if you're not crazy when you start taking those psychotropic drugs, you will be crazy when you are taking them. Yeah, you end up crazy because that's the effect they have on people.